Well, it's the third book of Jewish mysticism. I think that's one of the most important parts about it because it's ingrained in Judeo-Christian and the Abrahamic religions, and its huge influence on Western culture. Um, there's not really good evidence of when it began, although there's lots of people with a lot of theories. I don't think those theories are important. At the point that it's thousands of years old, do we really care if it's 5,000 or 6,000? Like lots, okay? It starts to become meaningless. And I think that's one of the powers of the tree, is that you don't need to focus on its origins, although it's got its origins deep in Jewish mysticism and history. What you need to focus on is what it's doing right now. And it's a living file cabinet that makes everything you're doing, give it a organization, from what day of the week it is to what color to use to where tarot cards are. Actually, the tarot cards weren't even added onto the Tree of Life until the 1880s. So is it universal that there's 22 paths? No, but they just happen to have 22 paths and 22 tarot cards, and they're like, maybe that's not a coincidence. So I really enjoy working with the tree because it gives me a foundation. And since I've tried so hard to study so many different paths, the tree is what unifies it. When I'm doing shamanic work, I'm still at some level using the Tree of Life. When I'm doing Wicca work, it's very easy to be there. And ceremonial magic is based on it. But I find it compelling and powerful when I'm doing fairy magic or when I'm doing House Keperu work, all of which are radically different, but for me lie on the tree and unify all of the different studies I've got. And sometimes astrology can seem so different than the tarot, and yet when you're using the tree, they're not that different. As a matter of fact, that's what a lot of what I do is use the different modalities to come together, because some things are better at predicting and some things are better at fixing. In astrology, we have a concept called burning off an angle. And when you burn off an angle, you're taking a difficult transition or transit that's going on in your life, and you're directing it into a place where you've got more power and control. Because any transit can be, to varying degrees, difficult or easy. So that process of where you move the transit into something that's going to further your goals is inherent in working with the tree. It can be as simple as when Mercury goes retrograde, you burn an orange candle that you've created in Hod, which is rules Mercury, and let that energy from when Mercury is direct permeate your life while Mercury goes retrograde. Or it can be as a little more esoteric, let me just say. So that's, I think, why the tree should be accessible to everybody. For more information, find my website, tarotjane.com, or find me on Facebook, Tarot Jane, or Traveling the Tree with Jane Pierce.